Some Like It Hot is a nonsensical web series in which the audience watches the main specimen as his sanity slowly deteriorates over time. Anything seen on this show should not be replicated. This experimental concept is run by professionals, those of which only have science and entertainment in their best interest. Viewer discretion is advised.
Come one, come all. Knock over the cans, win a prize. Yeah, that was like 4 out of 10. That was pretty funny, right? Somebody laugh at that, please. What's going on? Bum 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 bing bing bum 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 bum. Let's do the crazy frog. Break it down.
Alright, I did it. Don't call me a poser, you fucking idiots.
Do you guys ever realize that one day I'll be dead? There will be no more Some Like It Hot. I'll just be gone. All that you'll have to remember me by is this mediocre YouTube series and the memories you potentially made with me. Let that sink in as you post a funny comment calling me a poser. Don't worry, Arnold Palmer is not the topic of this episode. Despite me destroying multiple cans and drinking it in the intro, has nothing to do with the episode. Hello everyone, the man of a million shirts here, back with another episode of Some Like It Hot, the hit international YouTube/Instagram web series where I heat up foods and beverages so you don't have to. To start this episode off, I actually kind of want to break up the formula a little bit before we start riffing on the beverage and or food we have right here. There's something I want to do. I know we've been a few weeks without a mail time. I know you guys absolutely adore going through my mail, my packages, and making fun of my questionable purchases. But I actually got something today. I got a package. It was full of multiple mystery t-shirts, t-shirts of various designs that I didn't know about until they just arrived. I already opened the box and took out all the t-shirts, so I can't unbox it and give you my live reaction. But I'm still gonna make something out of it because I have to. So what the plan is I'm going to do that awesome editing gimmick where I throw a shirt on screen and then suddenly I'll be there, and it'll be awesome. It'll be super cool. What I'll do is I'll decide on what shirt I wear for the remainder of the episode, but if you want to comment which one of these 4 t-shirts is your favorite, maybe I'll wear it in a future episode. Maybe I won't. You're not the boss of me. And by that I mean you realistically are, but I don't want to tell you that. Also, if you like this shirt, you just want me to wear this boring Intervision shirt for the rest of my life, feel free to comment that as well. Alright? Cool, let's get down to the shirt review. Ta-da! How was that? Was that seamless? Could you guys even tell that any editing was done in that sequence? Post a comment if you noticed. I really want to hear. So this is shirt number 1. It just says, "Come as you are." So for anything text related on these t-shirts, I'll just announce what it says, okay? Shirt number 1. Cast your votes for shirt number 1 if you want to. This is like a good Halloween t-shirt. Alright, I think I've had enough fun with this one. Let's get to the next one. Here comes shirt number 2. Wow, Boy G. Willikers. Shirt number 3. It says goodbye on it, and there's like a fucking eyeball, an ear, and a mouth, and some barbed wire. How we feeling on shirt number 2? Does anybody want to take shirt number 2? Post a comment for shirt number 2. Somebody please help me. I'm attempting to get the attention that I never got when I was a younger person, and it's not working. Are you guys salivating at the mouth for shirt number 3? Alright folks, let's hear it for shirt number 3. But it says, I want to go someplace, but I don't want to leave my room. How we feeling about the bed frame? You folks like the bed frame? Does anybody sleep without a bed frame? Anybody sleep on an open mattress? Just me? Post a comment. This is shirt number 3. Alright, we saved the best for last, I think. Alright, shirt number 4. It says, "I'm so buff, bro." And there's a fucking Grim Reaper type character holding a fucking pocket watch.
What are the thoughts on shirt number 4?
I'll be honest, I have never owned a green shirt in my lifetime. Most of my wardrobe, as probably you've seen, is either weird shit or black clothing. So to have a green and black shirt,
It's a whole new world, and I think this is the one we're gonna stick with today.
maybe that's why I saved it for last. But if you like this shirt, vote for shirt number 4 in the comments, and maybe I'll wear it for every single episode in the future.
Who knows? You guys have all the power here. I'm just a puppet, and all of you are pulling the strings.
Alright, that was a fun, stupid little gimmick. Let's return to the show. Alright, Disgusting Reptile. Back at it again. Now we can actually get down to the real show.
Actually, before we get to the show,
All of the t-shirts that you have just seen, the 4 different options that I presented you with, are all made by my dearest friend Jordan Sucks. He does have a website, but that's where he sells his clothes. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook, follow him on...
MySpace.
He only has one of those platforms, and you can probably guess which one it is. Follow him at YORDANSUCKS. Post a comment if you think he fucking sucks. As per usual, when it comes to the products that I received, I went to the local store like I like to do, and just about every single time I go there, there is some kind of story to leave with, and I always share it with you guys. And today was no exception. Of course, I walked in, not a soul in sight. There's like 5 employees in there, all doing nothing. They're just staring at me. I'm walking around, I'm wearing a hood, I'm wearing a hat, I'm wearing a mask. I look like I'm about to rob the place. Either I'm gonna start grabbing packages of sweet chili Doritos and stashing them in my pocket, or I'm just gonna walk up and pull up a fucking heater on the gentleman or women or person at the counter and rob them of all they have, which is probably $15, and that $15 I gave them last week. Capitalism is fucked up. I know. I walk around the store about 250 times. I debate if I want to heat up NyQuil, like the little gel tablets, and attempt to ingest those and then knock myself out. I thought that would be a pretty funny episode idea, but upon reading the labels on the back, it tells you that you probably shouldn't do that. And although I would love to rid the world of my presence, that's not really entertaining or funny. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna at least make people laugh, right? We live in a society. I sound like the Joker right now. I'm gonna stop talking about this. Grab my products after way too long walking around this 6-foot store. Both dimensions, all 3 dimensions are only 6 feet. Like there's like no room anywhere. So I grab my products, go to the counter. I have my headphones in, as I always do. I'm oblivious. Someone could have a gun to my head and I just wouldn't know. I'd probably be cool with it anyway. And there is a single person in front of me. He must have crept in while I was searching their wares.
And this guy is causing a scene.
I know, shocking. In the current climate we live in, people are very quick to explode. Topical. So this gentleman is probably 5'3". He's got a haircut that is receding all the way to the back of his head.
He just screams bitch. Just his entire essence. I peered into his soul and I could just feel that this guy was a piece of shit.
And sure enough, the second I took my headphones off, I was enlightened to hear that my thesis, spot fucking on. Now, this guy is attempting to buy, I don't even know. I think he was trying to buy cigarettes. I don't really know though. I wasn't paying that much attention. We're getting to the funny part. So he's attempting to buy cigarettes, and he is
Yelling.
I don't want to describe it as talking loud because that doesn't do it justice to what this guy was doing. He was
Yelling.
about how he just went to work and how his boss so rudely asked him to put on a mask. And he was like,
That fucking asshole asked me to put on a mask, you know what I fucking said? Eat a fucking fat one, fatty. And I walked out.
Now, the girl behind the counter was about as impressed with his story as I was. We were both just sitting there, glazed eyes, not saying a single fucking thing to this ape man. He's still not wearing his mask. And he was like,
What, you're not gonna kick me out of your fucking store for not wearing a mask, are you?
and the girl just rolls her eyes. Everyone's wearing masks, he's the odd one out here. And she's like, no, it's quick. You're just doing a quick transaction, then leaving. I guess it's fine. And then the guy does a social faux pas, in my eyes. As someone who sort of struggles through social interactions, I hate when people are in a public space and they attempt to get validation through other people loudly. Let me break this down. He goes back to his story about his job. He's like,
Oh man, I can't fucking believe that.
the next sentence he says is crucial. He says,
Don't you agree that's fucking bullshit?
he says it to the girl at the counter. She doesn't say anything. He turns around to me and says the exact same thing. His eyes bulging out of his skull, the veins popping out of his neck, face redder than mine is as I'm currently sweating in this little kitchenette area. And he goes,
Isn't it fucking bullshit?
I don't care about you getting laid off or you getting sent out of your work for being an ignorant piece of shit. I don't care. And don't try to force me into this awkward social situation by saying,
Don't you agree?
you frame the story as if your boss is in the wrong when everyone knows you are. And then you attempt to goat everyone in by being the loudest in the room and by just making your boss sound like a fucking idiot.
No.
So he's causing a scene, keeps yelling. I can't even begin to compute what this guy is saying. But he keeps turning around to me.
Isn't it fucking bullshit?
I have my headphones in, I'm just nodding. I haven't blinked in 6 minutes and I'm just sitting there just... So like maybe he'll interpret it as me agreeing with him, but to the common person, they know that I'm just done with this entire social situation that I've engaged in. Then the guy's card gets denied. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. He must have missed the episode of Some Like It Hot where I warned people to be financially smart. Because this fucking guy got his debit card denied 3 times. For the bill of $8.57, he couldn't afford it. He opens the door to the place, he leans out, his wife's in the car.
Diane, the debit card's getting rejected again.
I don't know why his voice changed, but this is me trying to scream as loud as this guy.
Diane, the fucking debit card got denied.
And she says, figure it out, in a totally normal tone. Now the guy, once again, slams the door for no fucking reason and looks to me. And he's like,
I need to transfer some funds. I need to move money. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
and I was just sitting there and I was like, sure man, why not? I go ahead, I pay for my bill. I attempt to hide the money in my wallet so he doesn't think that I have money to share with him, because I'm not picking up this guy's bill. Learn a valuable lesson from this loud, obnoxious guy in the convenience store. Don't be this guy. Please. I feel like it's not much to ask, and yet I have to ask it. Don't be a fucking idiot. End of story. And that is how we got to where we are now.
Let's talk about the fucking food already, am I right?
We got one food, one beverage this week. For the beverage, we have Coca-Cola Energy. This is something that I've seen in the convenience store for the past like 6 months, and I thought, that sounds fucking disgusting, and never bought it until today. I saw it and I thought, man, this would make for a great episode of Some Like It Hot. That's exactly my tone whenever I'm anywhere. Wow, this is... Ooh. So before I figure out a means of heating this beverage up, I'm gonna give it an honest cold taste test. Some like it cold, you know the vibes. The smell is very bad. It smells like someone genetically infused an energy drink into Coca-Cola, which I know that's what it is, no shit, but the smell is bad. It's not a good combo. All right, this is gross. It tastes like, it tastes like toned down Coke, but also like someone put bubblegum flavoring into it. It's bad is what I'm trying to say. I don't like this. I hope it gives me more energy at least, but good lord, it tastes disgusting. I can only imagine how great this will taste when I burn it in some way. Take a third sip, or fourth, I don't know who's counting anymore. Nope, it just tastes bad. So I was kind of thinking that was gonna happen, that the energy Coke beverage would be absolutely putrid and that I would need some kind of saving grace. Fortunately, the store didn't have Baja Blast today, otherwise I would have immediately gone to that. But let's check our food for the week. It is the most stuff Oreo. I don't actually know what this looks like. It's in a very long cylindrical container, but I like the stuff of the Oreo more than anything. Has anyone ever seen the movie The Stuff? You guys like the 1980-something horror film The Stuff? Post a comment if you've seen the movie The Stuff. I think I'm the only person in existence who's seen it. It says 4 cookies, the most stuff. So I'm kind of actually excited about this. I'm wondering what this is going to be like.
What kind of experience am I going to have?
One of these got killed in transit. It doesn't look like that much stuff. I'm kind of a Oreos fanatic. I fiend over mega stuff Oreos, and this is supposed to be more. It doesn't seem like it. Let's try some cold, and then we'll throw the remainders in the oven or some shit. Cheers, Mazel Tov, whatever you want to say. Eretakimasu.
Come. I'm gonna crush the one that was absolutely destroyed in the package, and then I'm gonna heat up the other 2, okay?
I don't think I have as many funny one-liners about the Oreos. I actually just kind of like them.
I like Oreos, I like double stuffed Oreos, I like mega stuffed Oreos, I like...
Apparently the most stuffed Oreos. That being said, I was kind of expecting them to be comically large, and they just look like mega stuffed Oreos. How do you guys feel about the disgusting flavors Oreo constantly creates? I remember a very broken memory in the back of my head where we were probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. We all had a birthday party at a friend's house. It was just 3 of us. And I remember to celebrate the occasion, I bought a shit ton of weird flavored Oreos and thought, like, me being the cool 11-year-old I probably was at the time, I thought it was a foolproof idea. And I remember we stayed up probably like midnight. We probably thought it was late at the time, drinking like Mountain Dew and trying these different Oreos. And it was like birthday cake, and then one was wild berry. And I still haven't recovered from that night. It was so fucking disgusting, both of them. It nearly ruined my night, my week, my month, my year. Probably my whole existence has been tainted because of those putrid fucking Oreo flavors. So please be safe and do not make the same mistake I did. There's a comment we need to talk about on a previous video. I believe it was episode 6, and I asked people about which burner they use on their oven. Will Broden, my dearest friend, attempted to tell me that he used, I think, the back left.
There is legitimately no fucking way that is his default burner. He's absolutely lying, and if he ever comments anything, do not believe a word he says.
Alright, now that we've got that house cleaning out of the way.
Let's burn this shit.
Have any of you guys looked up what happens when you boil soda? Does anyone know the results? Post a comment if you know the results. Personally, I don't. We're about to find out, though. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna blow up my house, but in the off case it does, who gives a shit really, you know? If I happen to die in this Coke boiling experiment, I just want you all to know that I love you. Alright, I've had this boiling for about 25 minutes now, and it's just doing the exact same shit. I looked up online, when you boil Coke, it was supposed to create this symbiote, this disgusting fucking creature, but I'm not getting the same results, and I'm just kind of getting bored, so I'm just going to take this extremely heated up, no longer caffeinated beverage and pour it into the dreaded emoji mug, and we're going to call it a day, okay? Alright, sick, thanks. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it in a previous video, but definitely do not walk and hold your camera in one hand and attempt to pour scalding beverages and with the other. Oh, I don't. Ooh, it looks like I'm pouring fucking coffee. That is jet black in beverage. How many ice cubes do you guys think I should throw on this cup of joe? Post a comment. What a sad, pathetic sight.
God, that's pathetic.
The Oreos just made me think of something. I remember when I was younger, I wouldn't buy, my parents would buy mini mint Oreos, and I would take those and put them into a bowl and fill it with milk and pretend it were a cereal. And I feel like that kind of helps diagnose the person I am today.
Post a comment.
Alright, what's the appropriate time I microwave these Oreos for? You guys think 6 minutes? Yeah, I'm thinking 6 minutes. Post a comment how much time you think I should microwave these Oreos for. And I'm gonna say 6 minutes anyway, so it doesn't even matter what you say, but say it anyway, because I like to listen to you people. People are funny, make me laugh. Alright, we're like 2 minutes in. I think I'm about to start a fire. Oh my god, that smells so bad. Alright, I'll be honest, I threw the Oreos into the microwave and walked away, and I legitimately thought nothing would happen. Those are smoking. This is a fire hazard. My own incompetence almost fucking killed me. How's it looking though? You guys want to eat that? Some like it hot. Does anyone like this hot though? I'm gonna have to eat this, aren't I? I'm just sitting here, wallowing in the poor decisions I've made with my life. This is where I'm at in my life. I am harming myself via food and beverage, and I got nothing to show for it. Thank you for watching. Let's get down to this. Let's rip the Band-Aid off my arm. We'll try the food. Let's say some funny jokes. Let's move on with our lives. I think I'm gonna start with the beverage first.
Oh shit, I just spilled some on the floor, and it's like the blood from Alien. It cut a hole in the floor. It's like acidic. Oh, okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna have to put a paper towel on that. Sick.
I put the paper towel on my foot and I cleaned it.
Problem solved.
Cheers. Oof. Have you ever wondered what just the concentrated Coke flavor is like? Boil yourself some Coke and you'll get uppercut by the disgusting flavor that is Coca-Cola. I'm drinking the essence of Coke. I need to put this away. This is doing damage to me. I can feel my body rejecting what I'm putting into it right now. Oh, okay. I've never thrown up on this show, but
Someday we will.
definitely not feeling happy. Do not listen to the emoji mug. How things have changed from last week. I was doing so well last week, and now I'm about to throw up, and we're only one of the items in. When I went to grab the Oreos out of the microwave, I was wearing an oven mitt, and it nearly seared a hole into the oven mitt and got a hold of my fingers. That's worrying to me. It has been sitting on the counter for a minute or two, so I'm gonna say that it's safe enough to grab. Too hot to handle, too cold. You know the vibes. What do I even do with this? Remember the snow... Oh, fuck. Nope, so the plate's still too hot. Remember the snowballs and how, like, they melted into the plate? Yeah, I did that again. It just made a noise like I was peeling... Okay. The Oreo somehow got a hold of a lock of my hair, and it's becoming one with me. I touched the Oreo to my inner lip, and it burns. So we're gonna give this 15 seconds to chill out, you know?
Count along with me at home.
Alright, it's been like 6 hours. Alright, the Oreo has become one with the spoon. Alright, the stuff, alright, some of it spilled on my leg. It's like a liquid, and then I just bit into it, and the stuff was crunchy. Alright. No. Alright. This episode is nothing but pain. I spilled liquid on my leg now. Ugh. I spilled liquid on my leg now. Ugh. Okay, now I'm anxious. That was bad. I don't think I need to describe that to you. I bit into it and it was like hard. It was like a rock. Like I bit into it and it cracked like rock candy. And then I decided to commit and take the entire top piece of the cookie with me.
It's like when you burn a s'more.
Or you burn a marshmallow for a s'more. That's what it tastes like. But not even that good. Like somehow worse. I ruined Oreos for me. I don't think I can ever eat an Oreo again. I thought the wild berry and birthday cake Oreos were gonna be the end of me. Little did I know.
A decade later, I would be heating up Oreos in my kitchen and ruining my life.
How the vibes have changed from last week. I was all positive, I was all good vibes, I was talking about how I was a stepdad, I had the goofy crown on, and now I just want to die. That's it. Alright, I removed the awful fucking things from the equation. I threw them out, I cleaned out the emoji mug, I sprayed some Febreze because the odor in here is bad. It smells like a campfire gone wrong. I burned Coke and I burned Oreos severely, and the odor is what's left. It gets to haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't think I'm gonna shake this. Rather than reading a Snapple fact and potentially making things worse, I'm gonna read the back of this film that I recently bought. It's called Night Beast. It's fucking garbage, but from the little bit that I have seen, it seems like my kind of garbage. So let's get to it. I turned on the lights because it's getting very dark in here, and I actually do want to read the back of this for you. Almost a dazzling meteor shower, the Night Beast lands near a small East Coast town, armed with his vaporizing ray gun and a goal of killing everyone who crosses his path. As area residents are blasted to smithereens, the local sheriff and an ever-dwindling group of survivors become determined to figure out a way to defeat this fearsome alien before their entire community is wiped out. A dazzling display of lo-fi ambition from Baltimore-based cult filmmaker and underrated auteur, Don Dohler. Night Beast immediately plunges the viewer into a frenzy of wildly colorful and stunning animation techniques, homemade gore effects, and awkward sexual encounters. Made for a scant $14,000 and featuring a soundtrack partially composed by a then-teenage J.J. Abrams. Vinegar Syndrome proudly brings the regional sci-fi horror classic to Blu-ray in a brand new 2K restoration of its 16mm camera original.
Now doesn't that just sound nice?
Alright, I'm gonna go watch Night Beast. Let's wrap this up. If you guys liked this video, even if you didn't like this video, please hit the like button. If you, at any point in this video, were prompted to comment, please listen to me, obey orders, and comment. And while you're here, why don't you subscribe? Fuck it. What have you got to lose? You have to think about what do you have to gain and what do you have to lose from subscribing to me. You will get weekly uploads, whether they're good or bad, totally up to you. You're not going to lose anything by subscribing to me. I don't know. Seems like a win-win to me, but that's just me. If you haven't seen the film Street Trash or Night Beast, please do so. I don't have any witty Abraham Lincoln or Benjamin Franklin quotes for you this week, so I think I'm just going to depressedly end this episode off with me hunched over in defeat, and that's it really. I love you all. Please make good decisions and don't end up where I currently am, because that's rock bottom. Have a good night.
Robbie, would you fuck the green M&M? Be honest with me. No, you wouldn't fuck the green M&M.